Are you ready now?
I guess so.
Okay. So we're back, and we've just been chatting. Where did we leave off?
We had just finished mentioning something.
That sounds
I have no
important.
idea. I have no idea where we stopped.
Okay.
Um, no, couldn't tell you.
So you want to do Skaven Warband?
Yeah, as yeah, yeah, I'd give it a shot.
So I know you said you would mess around with the Night Runner kit, but what about Clan Pestilence? Would you try that?
I honestly didn't know. I thought Eshin was kind of the only deal there was.
There is a Clan Pestilence. I'm pretty sure it's GW made. It's not as strong, so I don't mind playing that sometimes because the Clan Echelons could get a little bit cheesy. But
Right.
it's worth
Uh,
checking out. They're all about plague and like poison and stuff. So they do have like the sensor bearers where like when you attack your opponent, you have to take an initiative test or take a wound, no armor save, like stuff like that, which is pretty cool.
Initiative, not toughness.
Toughness, sorry, toughness.
Okay. Let's
Thank you
say,
for thank you for correcting me.
let's say that's way better. Initiative tests.
Yeah, it's great at killing elves.
Well, it's amazing at killing dwarves.
Yes, yes. Dwarves are not good
And
at war.
Saurus warriors. Is
Ah,
there
yeah.
um is there a lizardman? Is that
Yes.
available?
So there's two expansions to Mordheim. There's something called Empire in Flames, which is more open countryside, and then there's Lustria, which does Amazons and uh, lizard men and weird, funky stuff like that. But yeah, no, they are a warband.
Okay.
Would you consider
Uh,
playing them?
yeah, totally.
Funny thing about them is the funny thing about them is there's no source heroes.
So it's just skinks?
Yeah, I'm pretty. There might be one
Mm,
source hero, maybe the leader, but everything else is skinks, if I remember correctly.
that's interesting.
Yeah, or maybe the warband leader's a skink. I don't remember. You'd have to look it up. But
Okay.
they're decent. The the source warriors get like bite attacks and stuff,
Yeah.
so they're pretty clever, pretty nifty.
Clever.
And there's Amazonians, which is interesting.
That one doesn't interest me.
Yeah, I mean I've never played them. I've never really cared that much about crazy, weird people running around in the wilderness. Okay. Oh, which other ones? I don't know. Have you seen
You
any of the
ever
other
put
ones
a
that you're
kit
interested in?
together and they give you a suggested order, it's like sequence, and you're just kind of like, oh, well, this is hard to do now.
Well, fun story. When I put the Chimera together that I have, the no, not Chimera, Manticore, the one that
Yep.
it's the Warriors of Chaos one,
Mhm.
with the Lord on it. It was originally a like Storm of Magic uh, piece,
Yep.
so like it wasn't. It was made to be made without the part for the guy to sit on, and I didn't realize that, so I was kind of putting it together. Until I realized the part I put together didn't have the seat, so like I had to like rip it apart, and it was just a disaster. And it wasn't a cheap kit either, so like
That yeah,
to start ripping apart an expensive kit,
it's
it's
kind
just
of nerve-wracking.
yeah. But
I had to do that with one kit. I think it was the Stegodon. I had bought a Stegodon off someone,
mhm.
and he instead of like, oh, this is going to be an ancient Stegodon, and I'm going to build it like an ancient Stegodon. He went, oh, I'm a kid, and I'm going to put all the pieces on it. So it had like the blowpipes, and it had the bolt thrower, and it had the temple thing for the. It was So I had to basically tear it down to nothing to put it back together.
It had
That
everything.
was, that was it had everything.
It's funny.
The engine of the gods, bolt throwers, blowpipes, everything.
That's pretty funny. Well, uh, I've played long enough to know what it was like before they had fancy stuff that required directions. Like once they started putting out directions, the things were just like so much bigger than they used to, and it felt more like you were building Legos.
Yeah, but hey, look how friggin' sweet this looks.
Hold on, let me click on you. Yeah, that is pretty cool. How you gonna paint it?
Probably with paints and a
Hmm,
paintbrush.
that's a good scheme.
Leaning towards using some reds and to kind of tie in with what I've got going for my storm vermin.
Hmm.
Storm
Okay.
vermin, storm fiends. So I don't know if it's going to be red armor. There's not a lot of cloth on it, and that was my scheme with the storm vermin was red cloth with darker armor.
Hmm.
So I don't know if I can do something similar to that, or just I'm excited. It looks the one with the two punching fists looks really good in all black armor, I think.
Okay.
So I might try something like that. Kind of looks like the black orcs, like black and silver kind of deal.
Okay. That's pretty sweet.
All right, now I decide which one it's going to be. Either Storm Fiend with shock gauntlets or Storm Fiend with Doom Flare gauntlets. Since I'm making them all anyway, let's just start with the shock gauntlets.
Um, are the directions still the like ridiculous like? It's not like a booklet. It's just like a giant like sheet of paper that's huge and like. Is it a
It's like
booklet?
yeah, it's a booklet.
Oh, so it's actually like page by page, like a stapled
Yeah,
together booklet. All right. Have you
yeah.
have you
Two
ever got?
staples. Two.
That's a huge. That's huge. Have you ever gotten the ones where it's just like you unfold it and you keep unfolding it until it's like a
Yeah.
poster, and you don't know like what you're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, hate those.
I can't remember which kid it was though.
Just about all of them until I started stapling it together like the nice one you got there.
Oh yeah, they really upped the ante on these ones. Wow, some serious creative development.
Yeah, I could tell you what they're doing with their resources.
Yeah.
They're really stepping up their game.
Yeah, put it in the arts department or design and tech.
So, storm fiends.
Yeah, those are a thing.
Wouldn't it be cool if they were immune to the storm better?
Yes, yes, that would be cool.
It's essentially me asking you, is it cool? It would be cool if you could break the rules. And your answer's
Yeah,
just like,
it'd
yeah,
be
duh.
way cooler if they were more overpowered than they are. Yeah, totally.
Why would I disagree with that? So, what other end times army got something that was a unit and not just a hero? Because I haven't really paid
The
attention.
Nagash got the Morkai Arkai things.
Weren't they just single guys though?
No. Those are the what do they call them? Morghasts. They've got the Arkai kit, which is kind of like a bone construct, and you can either outfit them with a halberd or two-hand weapons. Yeah.
Okay.
Then Glotkin had the Blight Kings. Elves didn't get a unit, and then these guys got a unit. So far, the only one that hasn't got a kit was
Elves.
yeah, just elves. But from what I've heard and read online, apparently they had been saving or thinking about saving a lot of the elf kits that came out, like the dark elf waves and the wood elf waves, were supposed to be saved for end times. Like a lot of the Kane type units, like the Sisters of Slaughter and stuff like that. But then at some point they decided, no, we'll just do it as a wave. I don't know if it's true, but it's something I've heard.
I've never heard a rumor about Warhammer stuff before.
You've never heard rumors of Warhammer.
No.
You and I go to different websites.
I was being sarcastic. That's an interesting rumor. So the rumor right now is the next one is Archeon.
Yeah. For a while there, no one was mentioning anything about a fifth book, but it seems like there's going to be a fifth book that's going to be End Times Arcana. Like, it's not over. There's got to be more to the story.
Well, does the story go from book to book, or is it just about that race's story of End Times? Like, is it all tying together?
It all ties together.
Do you have every book?
Yeah, I've got the 3 on digital, and then Thankful I actually bought on hardback because, Skaven.
How much is the digital?
It was 39 quid.
Okay.
I think maybe 29. But it was a cool version, a digital interactive one.
Okay.
So, click buttons and open it up. So it's not just a typical kind of like PDF style document.
Right. Yes. It's like I got one of the ones like that, the dwarf one, where when you read the special, everything's actually a hyperlink, which is a bit easier to reference and stuff. Yeah. Which I think was pretty cool. I was very impressed with that.
Yes, I enjoy my 3 books that I got that way.
Okay. Good.
But I was actually confused when the Thankful book came out, and it was like when I got the hardcover, and I was like, why do I have 2 of these books? Because I didn't realize that all of the books were actually 2 books.
Like a rule
my
book.
version just came as
a lore book.
Yeah, but mine just came as 1 because why would they put it as 2 documents?
I didn't realize that until I actually ordered the book and looked at that. So it should come soon.
It's taken a long time for it. Did you order it?
Yesterday.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Like I said, I haven't really cared much about the End Times, and even with the Skaven stuff, I have been unexcited and unenthused. So that's why I'm late to the game here. But
I get it. I understand why people are hesitant, and I'm hesitant too. But I've already kind of committed myself to. I'm a collector first, I think.
And then a gamer?
That's just well, I love the games. I don't have time for the games, so I've kind of converted myself to say, I just collect everything. Then I've got 6 armies. I don't care. I kind of want them all. I've got plans for a future man cave in my house that I end up building to be just to have displayed cases of each army if I can end up getting it. But
right. It's ambitious. I like it.
More. Well, don't tell the missus.
Don't tell her that there's this entire room in your house that she doesn't know about.
Yeah.
That's just another closet that's been open.
Yeah, don't you worry about that. That is definitely not a concern for you.
That staircase downstairs doesn't go anywhere.
What staircase? You're crazy. That would go over well.
That's not a garage in the backyard.
I'm not seeing the piece that they're telling me that should be in this.
Oh, that's the worst too.
Yeah, that doesn't look anything like the piece I just cut out. But apparently that's number 99.
It's there somewhere. You'll find it.
Nope, they're lying to me. This isn't a thing.
You're having issues?
I have issues.
Do you need a tissue?
You have one?
No, I don't. But some issues require tissues. What?
Ask me that then.
So what are your thoughts on Malorian being out of Warhammer?
It was shocking, but I'm not. I don't know. I feel like it's a big loss because he was always doing so much effort, and for him to just kind of bow out like that was kind of like, oh, that was unexpected.
Right.
Hopefully he comes back, but it's not what he wants to do. So I mean, what can you do?
Think ninth edition will bring him back if it's good.
If it's good, maybe. If it's not good, he's definitely gone though.
Yeah. But I haven't watched any of his stuff because I'm not really a War Machine guy.
I've played War Machine, but I'm with you on this. I'm not really my cup of tea.
What's your thoughts on that game?
I've played it, and I couldn't get my friends to play it.
Mm-hmm.
So then I wasn't going to play it.
Do you own models or no?
Yep, I've got a Protectorate of Menoth Army, some Circle of Orboros, some Scorn.
Scorn?
Scorn.
Is that like a blatant ripoff of Korn?
No, they're more, I don't know, just a similar name.
Are they not like Blood Hungry?
Kind of. They're a little bit, but I don't think it's different enough that I don't feel like it's like it copied.
Okay. I'm sure GW
there's,
feels that way.
Yeah. Their name's too similar to mine. No, Scorn, they've got controlling shit like Cyclops and that fight for them, and then like big, what do they call them?
Monster Mash?
They're like big elephant rhino kind of guys.
Okay.
And that's kind of like they got like one of the hardest hitting creatures like that in the game.
Okay.
But I mean, I haven't played for that game for like 2 years.
How often does the meta switch in that game?
They've got a kind of different release schedule. So like they released like a new army. Like the last time I was kind of paying attention, they came out with a whole new army, and that will obviously change everything.
Right. Because everyone's feeling something different now.
Yeah, and what's kind of interesting with the kind of tournament scene there is you don't make one list and bring one list with you to a tournament. Mm-hmm. You'll have like 2 or maybe 3 possible lists, and then you kind of decide what list you're going to use.
So you can tailor it towards different armies.
Yeah,
okay.
But you don't know what your opponent's going to use. You just know like, oh, I'm going against Signar. It's either going to be this kind of Signar build, this kind of Signar build, or this one.
Okay.
And you just kind of guess.
Interesting. Now, was there a following for that game by you, or is it just you and your friends that you were trying to get to play?
There was a club that played a lot of it near me, but it was kind of too long a drive. I wasn't feeling the drive.
Okay.
No, this piece doesn't go. What is this?
How far is too far a drive for you?
It was like a half-hour drive.
Okay.
Which normally isn't a big deal for a Canadian, but.
Now, because I've got a gaming store that's 45 minutes away from me, and they play Warhammer like crazy. I just don't have the desire to drive that long to play against strangers that will eventually become friends. But like in my part of the world, that 45-minute drive can turn into 2 hours, depending on what time of day it is. Like it's just it's scary.
Yeah, America is scary.
Yeah.
You said it. You said it first, not me.
Well, I mean, like the one tactics video I recorded while I was driving.
That's such a bad idea.
Well, no, it sounds terrible, but it was one of the blizzards. So I literally just set my camera up because my like 25, 35-minute ride turned into 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Because it's just snow everywhere, and people on Long Island just don't know how to cope with that. And I even
they're not Yeah.
I said it in the video
But
too. Like people, it's like if this is upstate New York, people are used to this and like they're smarter and they know how to drive. But like down here, we're just so congested that like when everybody gets on the road, they just don't know how to react and drive safely, and it's just no good.
yes, but like, it's the conversations where they're like, oh, we're like, as a Canadian, we like to make fun of other countries for not being able to handle snow.
Hmm.
Like, haha, you got 2 inches of snow and your whole city shut down. But your city's not designed to handle. Like, you don't have plows, you don't have salt trucks. Like,
Right.
it's silly for us to say, haha, you can't handle it. We're
Right.
like, no, it's completely reasonable that your city can't handle it. None of your
Right.
cars have winter tires. Like, it's
You're right. I mean, we're prepared, but like we're just the friggin' the volume of people per like square mile. We just it's one thing where like in more rural parts, like the plow has to plow this one state highway from here to there. Where like the plows here, they spend an hour on like just one small part of the town because it's just all residential. So it's just roads over roads over roads over roads. We're just very compact, and you know, to get from one town to another takes instead of 5 minutes, an hour because it's
hmm.
just so many people. But it is what it is.
Found one of the pieces I needed.
It's
Now,
missing.
where's the other one?
So like I'm starting to paint like this gold part by just doing like some brown underneath. Not
Yeah.
terribly happy with how this thing's coming out, but I'm not terribly
I
upset
think
about it either.
I'm seeing how it should look. That looks pretty good.
It should look good eventually.
If you like, I like the non-metallic
You know what?
metallics.
I'm gonna end up using metallic because I'm too lazy. But like this, the headpiece has already got the gold. So like the gold, instead of doing like just gold paint, I'm dry brushing it on, and then I'll probably
Yeah,
do some sort of wash over it just to pull out the detail and make it look not clean and sparkly. So
yeah. I use the brassy color for the Skaven for the same kind of deal.
okay,
Just a dirty metal look.
right, right.
But gold doesn't oxidize, so I don't know what you're talking about. Why not? Why not just polish it?
I don't know. You tell me. You're smart, man.
But, well, it's your army. I'm just wondering why you're drawing. Like, why would the Tomb Kings just kind of like buff it out every once in a while?
I don't think they're
Have a
that
little pride.
smart. I don't think they're that smart. Ooh. Do you want me to show your arts and crafts off to the world? Yeah. So my wife is making some stuff to hang up on the wall, and she made this giant thing. Oh wow, it's too big for the camera.
And she gave you that?
It's gonna go up on the wall.
Did she just give you that?
Yeah,
She gave you the D?
I knew that's where you were going with it. He's making fun of our last initial. It's the D.
Are you, are you gonna give it back to her now? Are
Yes.
you gonna give her the D?
He's being immature. He wants me to give you back the D. Oh, she doesn't like you anymore. He's just laughing.
I enjoy that immensely.
So before Tyler and I got on, our wives spoke for like, what, 10, 15 minutes?
Yeah,
I just walk away from the computer and then they are talking to each other.
he left, so I left, and then yeah, our wives are just chatting about how crappy it is to have husbands that like to spend money on toys.
Hmm. Yeah, about that. We gotta do something about that. I think I'm gonna start. Oh no, I gotta do the head now. The bobblehead. Damn.
I like the bobblehead.
So essentially, I didn't assemble this thing. I bought it. I bought like I spent like $400 on eBay and got like
Tomb King
5,000.
Army?
Yeah, like 5,000 points of like Tomb Kings, and this was already assembled and like magnetized so that it could be either the Necro Sphinx or the um,
Oh,
Horse
really? The
Sphinx.
whole?
Hmm. So I
Whoa!
can't. What?
Aren't those very different?
No, essentially all you do is take the howdah
Take the
off,
back. Yeah.
and you put the wings on, and then you take the head off and then put the other head on. It's actually fairly
It's not
easy.
even. I thought it was like a. Is there like a whole body? Isn't it more like a centaur kind of deal? I
Yeah,
feel
you
like the
just put
neck will-
yeah, you just put the top
Yeah.
of the body on. Yeah, it's back before they realized that they needed to stop doing that so people could magnetize their stuff and only buy it once.
Yeah. Now you'll get shit like, oh, I could magnetize and build lots of different of these storm fiends. Oh no, you could magnetize and build 2 different kinds.
Right. Exactly. Jerks.
The joke.
They're smart, man. What are you gonna do?
Oh, buy 2 kits.
Yeah, that's true too. That
Just
is true
throw
too.
more money at the problem.
Throw more money. So, how about the success of? Let's talk
End
about
times.
the success of it.
It
just-
feels like it's popular, but I've also heard kind of the sneaky ways to make a book deal look more popular than it really is, with like those limited print runs. So to say like, oh, we ran out of books right away in like the first 2 hours because in the first kind of release you don't have a lot available.
Right.
I don't know if that's the case, but it's a potential.
I don't follow that limited time bullcrap because I don't believe in it. It's just a scam to make more money quicker. Where it could be like it could be a safety net though. Instead of making so many of them, just do a whole bunch that are more expensive for the suckers that buy it up first. But I mean,
And that makes you think like they don't know how popular it will be, and there's ideas that it's kind of since the popularity of Nagash, when people when they went, oh shit, like this is actually selling, that they would request more for the next thing, but that kind of didn't seem to happen, and it just ran out quicker, and just kind of.
And there's actually no game impact. Where like, I would like it if the like limited edition came with like a figure or something tangible besides a nice cover. Because, I mean, like when you buy like Blizzard games, like the collector's edition, not only is it a nice box and you get like some trinkets with it, in game you get like different skins for your characters. Yeah, you know, you get the little character, or you know, your troops in StarCraft look different than everyone else's because you spent the extra couple of bucks. Like, that's fine.
Yeah.
Where like in Warhammer, when you show up to a GT and you see the guy pull up the collector's I skipped my words. The collector's edition, you think, what a dick! The guy spent, you know, an extra $40 on a stupid book.
It's like it's got a special cover, and it's got a map. And then, like, it's like, oh, for an extra £60, just to be one of those, what is it, 500 copies?
Right. Exactly.
I almost bought it though.
No
I
comment.
was actually looking. I was gonna go, and I was in the cash station, and then after I put in my credit card information, I was like, okay. And they're like, oh no, we're sold out now. I was like, oh, this is stupid. Oh, I'm so angry. Okay, I'll just save $50.
Right, exactly. To my surprise, I didn't realize they do this, or maybe it's new, but when I set up to buy, I went to buy the Thankwall and the Storm Fiends about like a week or two ago, and I put it in my inbox, and I just saw how much money it was, and I said, no, I'm not going to give in. I'm not
And they
gonna
sent you
spend
the
this money.
message?
Every day for like a week, it's like, don't forget your order, don't forget your order, don't forget your order, and like, I'm like, oh my gosh, like it's clever, but like, I ended up going back and like doing it because it was just like one click away from my email, and like eventually it stopped.
They got you. It worked.
Yeah.
It worked.
Eventually
The
it
system
stopped, but then
works.
I put something else in my cart. It was like a $20 warrior priest for like more time. And then the
Yeah.
email started coming again. I'm like, all right, you know what? Fine. I'll freaking get it.
You got me, Games Workshop. You wore me down.
Right.
Um,
I
the
don't know if
funny thing about that email is I got an email saying, hey, come back and finish your purchase. But it was for that limited edition one that was sold out.
Oh, jeez.
So it's like, what? How?
You should email them back and be like, I can't. Come on.
No, they tell you not to respond.
Yeah, do not reply. What are
Go
like? I
check your
wonder like
emails on emails.
how old people like that try to do email, they get email and they're like, who's do not reply? Who is
Why are they emailing me?
who is Mr. Reply? And who named him Do Not? What country is this guy from?
That poor guy. Mr. Reply.
So I'm making pizza tonight for dinner
You're making pizza.
in a skillet.
Is it authentic Italian? New York?
New York.
New York. New York pizza.
Do you like New York pizza?
I don't know.
You've been to New York now,
No, I have not.
but you're so close.
You invited me to a party once.
I did.
I don't know if you're drunk already. But I was literally pretty tempted. I was like, how far is it?
Oh, you're right. There was
10 hours away. That's pretty far.
I do remember that. You actually like temporarily contemplated it, and then like Dylan was egging you on, and you're like, and he wanted you to go because he couldn't.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
You really let him down.
I always let Dylan down.
Yeah. Have you? What are your thoughts on that project Dylan started?
What project did Dylan start?
The PMP.
Oh, yeah.
He's got
All the best.
He's got something good going there.
That's good. I have, I mean, no one's going to watch this anyway, so I haven't really been following much. I heard that there's a European version, which is something I might have wanted to contact, but I'm so busy.
Mm-hmm. Warhammer Weekly started again.
What? Can't start my show.
I know.
Our show. Who's on it now?
I didn't. I'm not in charge. Vince V is.
Venturelli.
He puts out a lot of thanks to you though, or to us as the the people that started it, because he says it was the. Getting the call.
Yeah. I should know that for now.
That's Skype.
Yeah. That's my brother. No. What was I gonna say?
Oh,
Vince.
Yeah, he said
his last name.
Oh yeah, Venturinelli or something. He says it was us that got him into doing videos, like the three of us.
Oh.
So like,
yeah, we're pretty special.
We left an impact on the community, which was fun.
Yeah, they owe us big.
They owe us.
Yeah.
I should have like copyrighted it and be like, I'm gonna license out Weekly and get like a.
That would go over well with Games Workshop, I'm sure. Hey, it's got Warhammer in the name, so you can't.
You can't use the word hammer.
We own that word. That's our word.
Those guys, man. Can't handle them. I just want to, like, what is their legal team actually thinking, like, when they do stuff like that? Like, we're going to go sue people because they're using the word space and marine without a space in between those two words.
Well,
they can't do that.
It's like Apple. It sues everyone for having anything.
Right. Like slide to unlock.
Yeah.
That was their idea.
There was another good one that was like that having a rectangular phone or something like that with rounded edges.
Yeah.
Like they were trying to
It's a really jerk move because like as possible as some of those are for them to win, just because patents and copyright laws are stupid sometimes.
Especially
like,
in Texas where they do all the cases.
Yeah. Just like, isn't it some sort of flattery though that like people are trying to like get
Pawn
in
off
the
your
game?
Success?
Well,
Yes.
Just like people
Hey,
trying to catch up.
your brand is popular, so I'm going to mimic it and try and steal success off of it. I get it.
Well, when you put it that way, it's not as nice, but
Yeah, it's not a flattery thing. It's a and what if you're that company, right?
hmm
And they release an inferior product that people start equating with your brand name because say Apple doesn't stop eye doctor some crap that
hmm
shows up. Eye doctor. That's a great name for an optometrist. When there's a robot that fixes your eyes at some point. But yeah, if it's shoddy workmanship or whatever, then you don't want someone to kind of equate it to your brand.
right.
So if someone starts releasing, I don't know, Games Workshop just really wants to protect their intellectual property, which apparently might be one of the reasons that this ninth edition is going to shake things up so much.
Why?
Well, getting away from the typical low fantasy or high fantasy, whatever you want to call it, that Warhammer Fantasy is, making it more of a unique world. So get rid of the typical fantasy tropes of dwarves that mine and live underground. Get rid of the typical human, just like humans that are based off of the time period that they are, like the early Germanics or whatever. That can't be your thing because it's a kind of historical thing. You can't have typical Bretonnian knights because that's just like Arthurian legend.
I don't. I think that's what draws me to the game, though. Like,
Yes, I know, and that's a problem. They want to make it theirs, but we didn't start it because it was theirs. We started because we like the idea of knights and heroes and crap.
right. Like, I like that there's some Norse mythology in there, and like, just what they have already in there. That like the old world to begin with is so cool because it's our world, but twisted and messed up looking. Like, you have the different continents.
Yeah,
But like,
I 100% agree with you.
but they're moving away from it. Like, they're doing like multiverse, like bubbles, like weird shit. Have you read about that?
I've read about the idea of bubbles, and I still need to wait to see how that ends up working out. If they
Well,
make it more, if like what I could possibly see is Chaos wins this, and they shatter reality,
hmm
and they basically are either pulling Chaos into the real world. Because there's have you read all the books? Have you read the Kane book?
No,
Okay,
I've
so
read nothing.
in the Kane lore, there's the one Wood Elf character goes into Chaos world,
hmm
the realm of Chaos, and he goes and explores it, and he's traveling through the realm of Chaos, and he's seeing all these different things. If they made this bubble idea as there's pockets of reality surrounded by the realm of Chaos,
hmm
I could get behind that. Like have Chaos win, and not be like that. There's bubbles floating away. Kind of seems weird, but if it's static in their location inside the realm of Chaos, where you can actually venture out of your own particular bubble of civilization that's kind of held off and actually travel to the other areas and explore the realm of Chaos, then I'd be down to kind of see how that plays out. That's something I could be interested in. So here's hoping it's that.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. Reminds me too much of like Magic: The Gathering, where you have like multiverses. Like, I don't know. It's do
I
people,
have heard that it's similar to the kind of planes or whatever Magic, but I don't play Magic, so
I
no
mean, I
comment.
play Magic, but I don't know anything about the lore except the fact that like it's not a world. It's just a bunch of like ambiguous areas that exist. You know. Um. Uh. What was I gonna say?
I really dig this kit, by the way.
All right. Well, I'm
I'm
looking
a big
forward to
fan.
getting mine and
I'm
doing it
gonna
up.
I'm not gonna do it justice, but I think it looks badass.
You're not gonna do it justice.
No, I'm not going to, because I'm not good.
At
I'm not
gluing or
gonna. It's
painting?
not. No, painting.
Oh, okay. Like you have directions.
Literally put piece 58 in this location. It's not hard, Tyler. I just kind of take my glue and just kind of cut the sprue up. Do, do, do. This piece is going to go here because I'm different.
I'm special.
Yeah, I haven't finished Thanquol. And apparently it gets pretty crazy there at the end where Husgaven actually works with.
Who he actually works with?
Yeah, Husgaven decided to work with at the end of the book.
I think someone told me, but I forgot.
Do you want a hint?
Sure.
Do you want a hint or do you want the answer?
Oh, isn't it Archeon? Or
yeah, Archeon.
Archeon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I was first kind of spoiled for me, I was like, no way, this is terrible. I hate this idea. And now I'm kind of like, well, we're just playing them. We're just playing them. We're just going to trick them. So I'm Skaven apart.
Well, Skaven are the closest to the concept of chaos.
Kind of. At first, I was hoping that the Horned Rat ended up being like the anti-chaos god. I can't remember what to call him. Malol or something like that. He was like the fifth chaos god that kind of got written out of the fluff.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that would have been cool to kind of have him be like he's basically the chaos god of anarchy and trying to pull down the other chaos gods.
Mm-hmm.
He's anti-chaos god, which I thought would have been really cool, but I don't think is the case. He's just like a lesser. I don't even know. Can't wait to finish the book.
Well, one of the theories that was discussed on Warhammer Weekly was the possibility of Archeon being Sigmar.
Yeah, I had heard that too. What do you think of that?
If that's the case, then this would be the first time I'm actually interested in the fluff, because Sigmar did just disappear. You know, he just kind of like Moses out, where he's just like, I'm going to go venture into the wild and disappear. Like that's what he did. Yeah, like Moses just kind of like disappeared into the wilderness. Like Archeon just like.
The problem with that is then who gave Carl Francis powers? Because that was divinely given to him.
Who says it has to make sense? Well,
Fair enough.
Here's the thing. It's the Star Wars effect. Palpatine's in there the whole damn time. So we got Archeon just manipulating the Empire from inside.
But why would he give him the power of the Lord of Heavens? Is what I'm saying. I don't know if you haven't read the books, but in the end of Glotkin, the one wind of magic of heavens is basically bound to Karl Franz, and he ends up killing all the demons that are attacking. Why would he do that?
You tell me. But why did Palpatine sit there for like 6 movies and decide that he's going to just play with everybody until he's bored and then kill everybody? Like,
because he was bored.
But that's the thing, though. Like,
wait, read the books.
Okay. I'll get them.
I wish I could tell you.
Versions.
The audiobook? Do you want me to read the books to you?
Would that be a copyright infringement if we just read them over the internet?
I don't know.
We'd be broadcasting excerpts of the book. It might be illegal, but if it's not, that would be awesome. But
if I'm not making money off it, then it's kind of like a review.
I guess, but I mean, it would be pretty cool if we just read the parts out. One of us was a narrator, and one of us actually did like little voiceovers.
I would love that. I would love to do that.
I'm pretty sure that would be illegal, but I mean, I would listen to you read the fluff than I would buy the book.
I thought about doing a similar kind of like Materium. Love the guy. He's got his own fluff. Mm-hmm. I consider him like a huge Warhammer fluff guy.
Right.
I was thinking about doing my own kind of series explaining the fluff, but people have kind of already started doing that too. But I would love to read the fluff to people.
Well, if you did like an abridged version, well, I think that's what they're doing. I think Material is doing like let's actually dissect the end times. Like,
yeah.
I haven't read it, and maybe I haven't listened to it. Maybe I should. Maybe that's what I'm looking for. But like, just a simple like, hey, this is what happens. Like,
Yeah. We
you know,
that would be kind of fun to make an abridged thing though. Just cover the Warhammer lore in like 2 minutes.
or
There's
instead of doing it in story mode, like actually reading the story, just like act it out. Or just make a script based on what actually happened. We each play a character.
Shotgun Grimgor.
Oh, okay, I like that.
No, we
Are you
would need to
good
get
at
Mal. We would need to get Mal.
what letter can't they can't pronounce? What H is it? What letter can't the orcs pronounce?
I don't know. I say Wog.
No. There's an actual letter that like
Oh
Archer.
yeah,
Instead of saying Archer, it's like R.
yeah. Error Boys.
Hmm.
Error Boys, the heavy metal team.
Right. That's supposed to be
Supposed to be an orc thing, I think.
heavy metal team. Yeah, no, it's supposed to be like a type of noise that they can't make. But yeah, I don't care that much.
Well, we tried to care.
So this thing's coming along. Let me get some light on here. Oh, too much light. Oh, ah.
Nah, we don't want to see you.
All right, let me see if I can. So the brown turning it into a gold looks all right. I don't know. I'm not. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Whatever. Oh man.
How have your videos been doing lately? I mean, I haven't made anything in forever.
So, because I haven't been doing Warhammer battle reports, I don't get hits as often because Mordheim's not as popular, and my battle reports aren't like GT competitive videos. So, like, you know, Anthony, who has more subscribers, will put out like a competitive, like, this is what's going on right now video, and he'll get 1,000 hits. Where like I'll put out like a 1,250 point battle and get like 400 hits, maybe.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I've also tiered off with subscribers. Like I haven't been getting new subscribers. I've kind of like teetered like right below 3,000.
It's because you're not showing enough nip. We went over this back when you were doing Warhammer Weekly.
I'm not showing enough what? Nip?
Nip.
Oh.
Yeah. You gotta spice it up for the ladies.
For the ladies, not with the ladies.
Yeah. For the ladies. Yeah. They'll show up. Trust me.
The 1.2% of female viewers that watch my channel.
Yeah. And those are just because they made a girl account.
I love looking at that statistic where I'm like, oh wow, there's actually women out there.
More girls than I thought.
Yeah.
There are girls on the internet?
Oh my god, there's a girl in the store.
You ever go to the Games Workshop with your wife?
What?
You ever go to Games Workshop stores with your wife?
Yeah, didn't we have this discussion?
Oh, probably.
She went in there, and I had to take her out because she was making too much of a scene. Like I'm like trying to. I'm trying to talk to the friggin' clerk about, you know, just something, and she's coming over. She's like, "Why are black orcs green? Shouldn't they be black?" And like.
Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah, so I tried walking away from her.
Like, I have no idea who this lady is. She's crazy.
But like,
pay no attention.
The funny thing is though, like, anybody who doesn't know this game, if you just start reading titles of books and units, you'll be like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah.
Like,
it feels like originality went out the window at some points too.
Yeah.
Like, oh, another storm unit. Why are there so many storm things in the Skaven army?
What is a Vargulf?
Am I pronouncing this right? Vargulf? Vargeist? Now, what's the difference between a storm vermin and a storm fiend? Ah, you see, the storm fiend.
Well, there was another unit that just, I don't know. It was something that looked absolutely ridiculous. Like, the model was just bizarre, and she's like, what the hell is this? And so I had to just remove her from the store.
My wife likes to look at the paintings and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The things on display.
Yeah. Oh,
She's like, why can't you do this?
yeah, one of my buddies told Christine what to buy, and she's like, I had to go into the store. It was like for my birthday or something. She's like, I went to the store,
Yeah.
and I had to walk up to the guy and say, "Do you have the Hell Pit Abomination?" And she's like, I
I
struggled.
never thought words you never thought you'd ever combine.
I had to go and buy a Hell Pit Abomination for you. I was very grateful, but
Yeah.
she
I
was
like
very
to get
disturbed
things,
doing it.
Yeah. I like to get things that are from someone that doesn't know the game. So they're like, "Oh, he must like this," and it's like, "Oh, good, you got me another Green Knight of Bretonia."
Right? Didn't
Good,
Mal do a video on that?
probably. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
did, like a
I
Christmas
remember.
video. He like wipes his ass with like the stupid thing that he got. Well, Grandma, thanks for the Grey Knights. This is gonna go great in my orc army.
Yeah, yeah, it's a 40K.
Oh man.
I know he plays Warhammers. Okay, well, some Terminators are pretty good.
This orc truck's gonna go great in my fantasy army.
I'd be like, fuck it, let's convert it. This is a new chariot.
Turn it into a snotling
Pump
wagon.
wagon, yeah.
Yeah, pump wagon. How much time do we have left?
We're probably thinking, you said about an hour, we're probably almost at an hour.
Okay. Anything else you want to touch on?
Just you.
All right. Well, I guess we'll cut it off here.
And on that bombshell.
Well, thank you for watching, people. If you watched this far, and welcome Tyler back and give him some love. Maybe he'll return a bit. But
I
maybe
made one.
maybe we'll do this again sometime.
It took me like 2 hours. I made one.
Imagine they didn't give you directions though.
Yeah. Like, the main part of the body would go together. I would get that. It's all the extra, like there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 tiny little pieces that you're just supposed to like stick on around him because Scryer has that. I need that little, need an extra little wire up here for this piece of warp stone, and then 4 of those on that side, and
That's awesome.
honestly, I'd be half likely to just not put them on because they look ridiculous. But whatever, I did it.
No, thank you. It's
Yeah.
good for the bid spin though, so you can make something crazy later.
You can, yeah, just add them to my engineers to kind of diversify them because I've got 2 metal engineers, and I've got 2 of the Island of Blood engineers that are like they look the exact same. So I want to chop them up. Yeah, I was gonna do one as the my friend made Empire, and he put together not the volley gun. Yeah, put it together as a volley gun, I think. So he had like leftover rocket bits.
Okay.
So I just kind of stole those from him to make a Doom rocket with. I just haven't done that yet.
That's cool.
Shh, don't tell him.
I won't.
Thanks.
Okay. Alrighty. Later, everybody.
Yep.